Hello students, so we are doing chapter Force and Law of Motion. Today we will discuss about the first law of motion. So first of all we will know about what is first law of motion. So according to Newton, a body continues in its state of rest or in uniform motion in a straight line unless an external force acts on it. What does it mean? It means that if any object is in the state of rest or in the state of motion, it will remain in the rest or motion until and unless an external force is applied on it. Let's take an example. Suppose this is a blackboard. This is in the state of the rest. Now, this blackboard will not move unless and until I will not apply any force. When I apply a force, that means I am applying an external force. Now I am applying a force and pushing the board. Now the board is in motion. That means whenever I apply a force on any object, then it moves. That means an object remains at rest or in motion until and unless an external force is applied on it. Now, on the basis of this first law, there is lot of example in our day-to-day life where the first law of motion is applied. Now, we will take some practical examples where the first law of motion is applied. Now, take an example that suppose this is a tree. Now, this tree is in the state of rest. Now, it is not moving, but whenever I apply a force on a tree, the branches start moving. Why it start moving? Because I apply an external force. This is not a tree, but suppose this is a tree and it is of apple tree. Okay, suppose. Okay, now suppose an apple is there on a tree. Now I want this apple and it is very high. What will I do? I will shake the branches. Now the branches are moving because I am shaking the branches and the branches now come in the state of motion. But this fruit, this apple will remain at the rest. Why? I have taught you earlier that due to the inertia of rest, this apple will remain at rest, but the branches will come in the motion when I shake the branches. So when I apply a lot of force, after some time what happens? This apple falls down. Why it fall down? Because when I apply a force on the branch, the branches will come in the force of motion, but that apple remain at the force of rest, and due to that it fall down. Okay. So how will you write the answer for this? For this answer, when the tree is shaken, that means when we apply a force on this tree and we shake the tree, it moves. Why it moves? Because we have applied an external force, but the fruit remains at the rest. But the fruit which is on the tree, it remains at the rest. Why? Because we have not applied the force on the fruit. And because of its inertia, it has a tendency to remain at rest according to Newton's first law of motion. So we have not applied the force on the fruit, that is why the fruit remains at the rest and the tree comes in the motion, and due to this it breaks apart from the tree and finally falls down. So this is the application of Newton's first law. Yes student, I think you all of know what is this. This is a carom board. And our Newton's first law of motion is also applied in this carom board. How? Do you want to see? Just see. This is the piles of the coins and this is a striker. Now with the striker I will apply a force on this. See. Now have you seen what happened? Only this coin goes out and all of these rest will remain at the rest. Why this has happened? The reason behind this is that I have applied a force with this striker to only this which is at the bottom, and when I apply a force, this coin comes in the motion, and rest all of these coins will remain at the rest, and due to which these are here only and this coin goes out. So Newton's first law of motion is also applied in your games also. How can you write this answer? So when the striker hits the bottommost piece, then when I have hit the striker, the bottommost piece, it apply force on it. I have apply a force on the striker, and the striker has applied the force on the bottommost piece. So it moves ahead and the coin moves ahead, but no force is applied on the other pieces. The piles of the pieces are there on which I have applied no force. That is why, due to the inertia, they have tendency to remain at the rest. That means the coin, all the pieces which is above the last coin, they will remain at the rest because I have not applied any force on that pile. So they are left behind. They are remain as it is. And when the bottommost pieces goes ahead, they fall down to fill the empty spaces. The space is empty there. All the piles get lower down to fill that empty space. Okay. So let's play a game now. In this game, you have to put this coin in the glass. So let's start. What happens? The coins does not go in the glass. Why? Because when we push the cardboard, the coin and the cardboard both come in the motion. Let's try again. Yes, the coin falls in the glass. Do you know why this happened? This time only cardboard is in the motion and this coin is in the rest. Therefore, it falls in the glass. So, how can you write this answer? So, when we apply a force on a cardboard, it flies away. You have seen it. Okay, but due to tendency to remain at the rest, the coin is left behind. So, the cardboard which is at the upper part, it flies away. But this coin is at rest. Therefore, it falls into the glass. And in the absence of the cardboard, then it falls down in the glass. So like this you have to explain this answer. Now again with an example. Do you know what is this? This is a carpet, and in this carpet I think it's carry a lot of dust. Can you remove this dust? How can we remove this dust? Let's start. When we do like this, the dust particle which is inside it flies off and this carpet clean. Now, do you know how? When I am applying a force on the carpets come in the motion, but the dust particle which is present inside this carpet remains at the rest, and due to this the dust particle fall off and the carpet is in motion and the dust particle are in the rest. Therefore, it's removed from the carpet. So, how can you write this answer? When we hit a carpet with anything or apply a force on a carpet, it loses its inertia of rest. That means it come in the motion and move forward. But the dust particle which is inside this carpet, due to their inertia and the tendency to remain at rest, do not move away, and they separate from the carpets or fall down from the carpet and our carpet get cleaned.